Some of you may be wondering if using lethal force like that is justified. That's where Texas's castle doctrine comes into play. It all has to do with self-defense in your home, car, or place of business. Tyler Dupnick joins us now with more on how it's applied. Tyler.
Yeah, Crystal, it's really about reasonable action when it comes to self-defense. The castle doctrine helps allow people to protect themselves against unlawful force with a process to determine who is accountable in cases of assault or homicide.
There's no place like home.
At the end of the day, our home is our castle.
That is the case in Texas.
There are several sections about use in self-defense, use of defense of others, and defense of property.
Susanna Pruka is a local attorney who understands how this process works.
But it's the law which guides the investigators and the prosecutors to determine whether criminal charges need to stem from, for instance, someone dying after breaking into somebody else's house.
One main factor:
the force has to equal the force.
Helps to determine potential criminal charges.
It's the amount of force that's used in a particular situation. So you can use as much force as the person is using against you. So if they're wielding weapons, that's considered lethal force, and you can react to that unlawful use of force with your own lethal force.
Reasonableness of force is not the only factor to consider, says MPD Deputy Chief Greg Snow.
We look at like imminent danger. So at the time the force was used, was that person actually in danger of being assaulted? Were they trying to protect themselves?
A thorough investigation after the fact will determine whether or not the force used meets the requirements of the castle doctrine.
They investigate the scene. They had crime scene out there to look at everything. They'll look at the history between the parties, doorbell cameras. I mean, we all have cameras around our houses, so they'll probably talk to neighbors and really get text messages between the parties. They really look at the whole situation.
Now, once an investigation is complete, the police will give the evidence to the district attorney's office to review. From there, it will be determined whether castle doctrine applies or if criminal charges could be raised.